Hey, I'm Brooks, and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, where I've lived my whole life until now, where I'm living in a new country, which is pretty weird, quite a whirlwind, let me tell you. There I went to a small university where I met Mariah, my wife. We had some common education classes together, and long story short, I nervously asked her out one day on a date, and I was nervous for two reasons. Number one, to ask this beautiful and intelligent woman out on a date, but number two, because I had just gotten a motorcycle several months prior, and I was super nervous to take someone else, another passenger on, and I thought we were gonna crash and never even make it to our date, but I wanted to impress her. But fast forward to now, we've been happily married for 4+ years and have never crashed on the motorcycle, at least not with her on it, and we have no broken bones to show from it. Once we both graduated college, we both picked up teaching jobs at public schools in Phoenix, and I've taught everything from science, math, robotics, and music, guitar, primarily science, but all of these other things I've dabbled in. Also got to coach, which is one of my favorite things to do, coaching running, track and field, cross country, and even a robotics team as well. One of my huge passions is helping others, specifically kids, which translates to my job here in Spain, which is to help others learn English. Now, I definitely miss my family, and I definitely really miss Mariah, but it's been such a whirlwind, such a blur since I have got here, of doing this paperwork and going there and going to orientation and even having a pretty nasty cold that I haven't had time almost for anything except for just surviving each day and doing the things that I need to do and to get done. So as things are slowing down a little bit, I'm starting to miss some of the habitual interactions I've had with family, and most importantly, Mariah as well. So super looking forward to her being out here, but also super thankful for technology so that I can just get on my phone and text someone or do a video call. Really grateful for that, but even more excited for someone like Mariah to come on out and live here, and then for our friends and family to come visit in the future. Well, that's all about me for now. I look forward to sharing more of our story in the future, and thanks for tuning in. What do I expect out of this trip? I think at first it's going to be a lot like mining for gold. There's going to be a lot of effort, a lot of digging, a lot of sweat, pushing, a lot of time. But yet there's going to be these nuggets of awesomeness and pure gold and excitement and self-growth and discovery. They're going to be just make it all worth it. You'll toil all day, or maybe even days in a row, and I think we'll have those aha moments, those, whoa, I just learned this, or self-discovery, and that'll really make it worth it, these little nuggets of gold. Honestly, I think it's going to be hard too. I think there's going to be these barriers. I think, language is a barrier. I think cultural things that you don't even know that you're so used to are going to be, I think, difficult. And I think it's going to be like a kind of a roller coaster. There'll be this excitement of, I'm here, yes, I'm in a new country, and then like this dip down into, oh man, I don't know anybody, I don't know the customs, and that's how it is with everything new, right? A new job, a new relationship, you have excitement at the newness and the novelty, and then it all hits you like, whoa, this is not what I'm used to. But that's growth. And then there's that other side where you start to come out of that, you're like, whoa, I'm learning, I'm growing, and things are getting better, and you improve. But there's that cycle, and I think that's going to hit, and I think it's going to happen multiple times. But there's always going to be growth at the end. I got to remember that. For being honest, I expect that there to be some really good food and drinks. I mean, I think that's what you think of when you think of Spain. It's beautiful food and the most delicious wine ever, and these dried meats. So I really have high expectations for what I'm going to consume, eating and drinking. So hopefully those expectations are fulfilled, because I really have set the bar high in my mind.
After Brooks and I graduated, we started working for the public schools in Phoenix, and we loved it. But we both had this desire to go abroad and experience a different culture and a different language. Many of our students were bilingual or were English language learners, and so we wanted to know what that was like to be in a different culture and to not know the language very well, and just to kind of broaden our worldview by experiencing a completely different area. So we thought, after 4 years of teaching, now is our time to go and do something like this. We live in a different country and really integrate into the new culture and the new language. And after, this point in our marriage, we were really settled, but we weren't committed to pets or to kids or to huge amounts of responsibilities at the time, and all of our family was really healthy. So we thought now is the time to do this trip and to move across the country or away from the country or somewhere else. We didn't know where yet. We didn't really have a huge directional point of reference where we wanted to go, but we knew now was the time to make the move. Now was the time to experience this new culture. So we started by just applying anywhere and everywhere that had a English teaching program in different countries. So we got a few acceptance letters back, and after discussing different areas and the pros and cons of that, Brooks and I came to a conclusion that Spain would probably be our top pick. Brooks speaks some Spanish, and he wanted to master his Spanish, and I wanted to learn Spanish. So this felt like a welcoming country that we could do that. And also we could visit some of Europe while we were here. So we knew we wanted a Spanish-speaking country, and it turned out that Europe was the best place for us. Eventually we'd love to go visit Central America and maybe live there too, but right now Spain has been wonderful, and it's really like mild integration to a different culture, even though we are really having some difficulties with the Spanish here, and we're learning a lot every day. So I want to just introduce myself a little bit. I'm Mariah. Last name is Swigarts. I'm from Indiana. My family still lives here. In 2011, I was offered a golf scholarship in Arizona, so I went out to college and played golf there, and then met Brooks. We both were education majors, and so we met in one of our classrooms. When I was on a golf trip, Brooks would always take notes for me. He was such a nice friend. So he took notes and passed those notes along, and then would say, oh, well, you know what, there's something that we practice on the computer, so would you like to meet me? And well, I'll show you how to do this computer stuff. And so again, this friendship turned into a coffee date, and then coffee dates turned into real dates, and yeah, we just fell in love. I love Arizona. I love Brooks, and his family is amazing. The West is amazing. The West United States is amazing. The adventures we have there are incredible, and I definitely love that part in my life there. However, it's always hard being away from Indiana in some way because my family's still here. Their life goes on too without me there, and so it's hard not being around for the important things. But as far as leaving for Spain, it's a lot different than leaving from Indiana to Arizona. Hi, so it's Mariah here, and it is about 4 a.m. right now. That's why it's dark outside. It is the morning that I fly to Miami and then out to Madrid. So today is the big travel day.